Alright, brothers, welcome back to the Alpha platform. Before we get started, just knock the like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for supporting your queer black content creators. We really appreciate it. As I've been posting throughout the years, I've been getting a lot of comments about my hair care routine. What do I do? What do I use? I just want to, kind of do a twist and chat today. I unraveled all the twists. And Sundays are like self-care days, It's time for me to reset, focus on myself. I've just learned to enjoy wash day. Some people feel like type 4 hair is difficult, it's unmanageable, it's hard to do, hard to maintain and whatnot, but I don't feel that way. So I'm just gonna, do my routine and chit chat with you guys about life, what's going on with you guys' life as well, what's going on in my life. Let's talk about it, let's get into it. But yes, first I'm gonna hop in the shower. Every day is a deep conditioner day. That's a trick to type 4 hair, is deep conditioning every single time you wash your hair. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Let me show you what I'm going to be using. Give me just a minute. For today's wash day, it's very simple. I got the Suave Smoothing Shampoo. When it comes to shampoos, I just typically buy whatever's generic, as long as it's cleansing. Like I can't do anything moisturizing because I use heavy butter. So with heavy butters, you need to clarify pretty much every single time you do a wash day, because it will build up and prevent hair growth and clog pores and whatnot. I do not oil my scalp. I don't advise people to oil their scalps. Your scalp is like your face. It produces its own oil. Therefore, why do you need to put oil on your scalp? What I found is it just increases the amount of yeast bacteria on your scalp and contributes to dandruff, flaking, itching, redness, alopecia eventually, and hair falling. So yeah, for deep conditioning, I'm going to be using this. This is from L'Oreal. Can you guys see it? It says, is it LV? It says, this is in Spanish, I got it from Argentina. It says hydration mask light. So it's a light hydration mask. I found it to be very nice, not too bad. Has a great scent to it, very thick, So I'm gonna be using that. Before I go on to my more expensive products, I just like to use my products up before I try to do other stuff. So let me go ahead and section this off for wash day, because wash day, you wanna make it manageable as a type 4, you gotta section your stuff off. So I'm gonna do a little bit of water to soften the hair. I already did like a pre-poo, kind of help me with detangling, which is great. So we're just gonna put a little water to soften things up a little bit. If you're a man out there and you want to really, change your hairstyle up, because hair is like makeup for us men. The beard, the hair, it's like makeup. You change it, it makes us look better. And if you're one of those dudes, it's too late for you, you don't have a straight hairline and you really want hair again, bro, just get a wig, get a hairpiece, get a man unit, and just keep it moving, So if you cannot afford a hair transplant, go ahead and just do a wig piece or a man unit and just call it a day, So, okay. Give me just a minute, you guys. I'm just trying to get this part straight. So I realized if you part it correctly in the beginning, you don't have to really worry about it when it's time to style. So you see all this build up, this white cast is shea butter, because all I use is raw shea butter, man. When I tell you, raw shea butter is like the holy grail. It literally is the holy grail. I will not go without it. I don't buy stylers, I don't use gel, none of that. So I'll come back to that a little bit later. In just a second. Give me just a moment, guys, to get this together. But you see, just right down the middle, section it off, grab this chunk here, lean back up a little bit, push that to the side, grab that chunk, section it off. Okay, what I like to do when I'm sectioning off my hair is, you see, the hairline is mature, but it still looks good. Mature means hairline. So what I pretty much do is just do this, twist it back, and then I use a clock clamp. Clip. Boom, done. Look a little bit tired today, of course. It's Sunday morning, so I'm not worried about how I look. It's more about just, getting content in it, just loving myself. Period. Just loving myself. Period. All right, fellas, we just wrapped up wash day as well as deep conditioning. So now it's time to style my hair. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be using for my styling products. Like I've been telling you guys many times before, I'm really big on shea butter. African raw shea butter. What I love about this is it has a little bit of a hold to it. I'm not really looking for hold. As a type 4 dude, I'm not really looking for hold. I don't really care for it. To me, it just feels like if you have a gel in your hair, it's just gonna help to create knots and make those knots more solid, because you already deal with tangling as it is. So the shea butter provides a lot of slip. It provides a lot of cushion. It keeps your hair gliding past one another so they don't tangle up and start knotting up amongst each other. So I got the white smooth version here. It's almost gone, as you can see. So I went ahead and prepared the next batch, which is the yellow version. The difference between the white and yellow version is the yellow version has bark. It was boiled with bark, a specific type of tree bark that makes it yellow. So what I typically do is I will boil my oil down. I will set this in a container of water on the stove, place it on medium heat, and let it boil down to its liquid. And then I will go in and I will add oil to that solution, oil to the solution, mix it all in, let it solidify, and then I will put it in the refrigerator for like 24 hours and it's ready for use. What I found is that if you do that, it makes this product melt in your hand, melt in your hair. It just feels better, it glides better. So that's the purpose of using oil to help your shea butter get into your hair a little bit better. So yeah, Twist and Chat. This is my Twist and Chat series. I've just been thinking about this for a while. So once again, I'm getting a lot of feedback from people asking about my hair care routine, what I've been doing. I'm sorry if I look away. I have my shea butter here. So what I've been doing, what I typically do. Typically what I do is I will just put this in on dry hair. I do not blow dry my hair, no heat, unless it's time for a trim. So I got a trim once again. I will get a trim once again on this Friday. And this is the length that we're looking at. So as you can see, my hair is way past my shoulders. I cannot wait to get my first silk press and see, the progress on my hair care journey, my hair growth journey, and just see where we at. But essentially, this is my routine. Just putting the shea butter on dry hair. I let my hair air dry, and I just, kind of working in there, concentrating at the ends. I will split it at the top, in the middle, and then I will just go to the back, and then, as you can see, twist it right on back. And I do that all over my head. Okay, so now you guys know the basics. I want to give you guys a story time while I'm kicking off this series, because I feel like Twist and Chat will be a new series on my channel along with Comb or Dump. Twist and Chat will be more about my personal life, talking about things that we're all going through, honest, real conversations outside of the typical LGBTQ plus topics I cover on my channel routinely. So yeah, Twist and Chat, it's gonna be more personal. We're gonna talk about everything that affects us all, regardless if we're gay or not. So I'll kick this off with a story time. Last night we went out with a friend of my husband to celebrate for whatever reason, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. We'll have a good time. I'll go. So I met the people and whatnot, and as we were there, at some point in time, people got drunk, and at some point in time, one of the white girls was like, your hair is not done. Like, I know how to do a twist and whatnot. Your hair is not done. It looks like it needs to be done and whatnot. And I do my hair once a week, once a week. And people that know me know that I don't focus on, parting my hair, getting clean edges or clean parts and whatnot. Like, I don't care about that. I feel like when you have 4C hair, type 4 hair, the challenge, I'm looking in the mirror or the camera. I'm looking at myself in the camera because I need to see what I'm doing. The challenge really is about not touching your hair. Like, that's the goal. Like, stop touching your hair so much. Make it simple. I feel like if a certain group of the population is able to roll out of bed, frizzle their hair and go, like, why can't I? Like, why do I have to make my hair care so complicated? Why do I have to have sleek down edges and whatnot to be accepted? And I just don't believe in that. I don't follow that rhetoric. So I just basically told her I like my hair this way. Like, I like it. Like, my hair is thick. It's fine, right? It's high porosity, fine. I would say probably low to medium density. And, I really like my hair the way that it is. I don't feel the need to go and get it styled professionally, have my edges sleeked down and have my parts, super crispy and stuff. Like, I don't want to do that, So I really don't trust stylists anymore because I just figured out that everybody's not the same. You can tell a person, I want my hair to be styled this way or I want this much cut off, and they'll just do what they want to do. So to protect my investment, which is my crown, I've just decided I'm going to do as much as I can on my own. And if I like the way that I look, that's all that really matters. That's all that really matters to me. Another thing I noticed that's kind of helped me with that mentality is literally living in my own reality. Like, I told my sister when I saw her last year for Christmas, is like, I literally create my own reality. Like, in my reality, this is perfect hair. No matter what people say about it. In my reality, I'm the best at what I do, meaning content creation. At my job, I'm the best. And it's not about being arrogant. It's just about being confident in yourself. It's about increasing your self-esteem instead of, telling yourself so many negative thoughts. You tell yourself positive thoughts. Even if some people will call it delusion, to me it's not delusion, it's arrogance. Or not arrogance, but it's just confidence, I don't know anybody in the public eye that's like, oh no, I'm not the best, you know. So it's like, if celebrities and artists and whatnot can behave that way and, you know, say those things, then why can't I? Like, why do I have to put myself down or, like, you know, humble myself just to make other people feel comfortable? I'm not doing that. So yeah, I like my hair this way. Like, I'm not about to engage in all this. Go to stylist, pay $200, you know, to get my hair done when I can just do it myself and, you know, do it the way that I like. Now, as I'm moving to the front, you guys see my length here. As I'm moving to the front, what I like to do is I like to just, you know, every now and then I'll probably pull like a big bang out. But today I want to mix it up because I want to be careful about doing the same parts over and over again, because you don't want to do that. Essentially, you don't want to have the same parts over and over again, week by week by week. So today I'm gonna do the same bang, but I'm gonna make it smaller, so it's not pulling as hard on this area up here, you know, so on my edge. So we're gonna make it smaller, and we went ahead and parted it that way. You see, again, it's not about being perfect. It's not about having a crispy part. It's just about, you know, do I like it, and is it gonna get the job done? For me, yes. For me, yes. Okay, I got my little clip. I'm gonna clip this down, and then I'm gonna go in and just really focus on this edge and get this edge together. So yeah, it's crazy because in the front of my hair, the front is like a type, I would say 4A, 3C-ish. It's really loose, but in the back and everywhere else, the front and the back are really loose. But you know, in the middle of my head, it's like 4C, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I just noticed a difference. Okay, so we just twist this down. Okay. While we are talking about, you know, hair care and whatnot, content creation and living in your own reality, I wanted to talk about starting a business as a gay black man and what to expect, you know. So many of you guys know that my husband and I are in real estate. We bought our first rental property in 2018, excuse me. We were 27 years old at that time, I believe, and started that, made that into an LLC, and we still have it to this day. You know, thankfully we were able to survive the COVID pandemic when tenants were not paying rent. So literally we were having to like take care of not only our own bills, but like the bills for 2 other households. So once that tenant was evicted, because we evicted her, and we were like, look, we can't do this anymore. We went into the house and we discovered that this lady had like, I kid you not, 8 TVs. And I'm like, lady, like, why do y'all have so many TVs? Like, what is it with people with TVs and cars and stuff? It's like you can pay rent, but you have more TVs than we have. Like, I don't get it. I to this day, I still don't understand it. But the purpose of this discussion was like, when you go into business, everything is not perfect. Like, people don't like to talk about that stuff. People don't like to talk about the hard times that you experience, the ups and downs. You know, one of the reasons why I was so strapped, excuse me guys, I gotta look a little bit closer. I was so strapped, I had to work so hard last year, was because of that situation and all the debt it put us in, you know? So luckily I was able to get us out by working incredibly hard, and, you know, my husband and I really worked together to accomplish that goal, and, you know, we paid off that debt. But it was difficult. You know, so when you start your business or start a business, anything that you start, just understand it's gonna come with challenges, you know, like, you know, it may not even like become the thing that you want it to be. It may not even look like the thing that you want it to be initially, but it will eventually become the thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to give it patience. You have to be willing to reinvent yourself. You have to be flexible in terms of your goals and whatnot, giving people what they want, because if they don't want what you're offering, then what's the point? Like, you may love it, but if the crowd does not love it, then you got to change it up. Or otherwise you're wasting your time. Let me get a drink of tea. This self-care day. I like to have my tea and my candles burning when I'm doing my hair. Typically I have some R&B music going too, but I want to talk to you guys instead. So yeah, my next business adventure, this is green tea. My next business adventure, hopefully it will be launched, if not this year, the next year. I'm not quite sure yet because I'm still working out some logistics on it. And what I've been doing is I went ahead And I've been drawing a lot, drawing sketches about what I'm looking to do. And I'm looking to present that drawing to an artist that can help make that a technical drawing and then we can use for a prototype. So it's in the works. It's in the works. The Wolfman is out here working. Man, my sides be literally. The Wolfman is out here working, and I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well because I'm really excited to bring this to my audience, my supporters, which is you guys. It is a labor of love, So you guys know I want to become a physician, but in the meantime, like I have to support myself and my family while I'm in medical school and whatnot. Like I just won't allow my husband to be the sole provider, in that instance, because the cost of living is so high, and I want to make sure I always have my own pocket money and whatnot. So I'm setting myself up for that. So again, working the product in, you will have some shit here that will come out, and it's only because I finger detangle. I don't use brushes and combs once again. You're gonna work this in. You're gonna go twist out and just twist it and move on to the next section. Man, my wash days used to take forever, but now they don't. It's probably take me like an hour to do, hour 30 minutes max to do. Hairline is still looking okay. Okay. But yeah, like what businesses are you guys thinking about starting? Do you have any plans? Because the way these jobs are looking, nothing is secure, nothing is safe, and I'm not really feeling it. I know at my job, they closed down the office that, if I had been called to the office, like my office would have been based in Tennessee. They closed that office down like 2 weeks ago. So I've been hired as a remote employee, and I've been working remotely for the past, I would say 3.5 years, and I've loved it. Like, I'm one of those people that I don't really want to go to the office. I don't want to have the pressure of like being a black man, a gay black man in the office. Like the focus on my hair, how I look, just dealing with people in person is much more stressful than dealing with people, I would say, from a distance, like dealing with people online. Like I love it. Like ever since we moved online, my performance reviews have been stellar. Like I got promoted and I've been at this position for about 6 months, and I already got a successful performance review, which is rare because first of all, I've only been in the role for 6 months. Second of all, they can only give out so many successful performers. Like that's how my company operates, and it's based entirely on data. So it's not based on someone's judgment of you. It's based on data. Like the results, the data, the numbers don't lie. So if you're performing well, you're gonna reap the rewards and the benefits. And I feel like as black people, we need something like that. Like it cannot be up to someone's judgment as to if you will get a promotion or whatnot. But what I want to say is that I did find out we will not be getting any promotions this year. There will be no bonuses, no raises. And it's only because the company's not doing well. And the company's not doing well because Trump slashed federal funding for I gotta be careful. I don't want you guys know my business like that. He slashed federal grants for cancer research. And I'm in the medical industry, so that's tough on us, tough on our clients, tough on the doctors we work with, the sites we work with, and the institutions we work with. And I don't know what the future is going to hold. I don't know, but I know I'm not fearful. That's my little spiel for you guys. Don't be fearful. There's no need for it. If you have been laid off, you will survive. Like, literally, I've been laid off twice. I would say fired. I don't like to use laid off because I was fired. Like, fired twice. And when I tell you, like, that stuff did nothing but make me stronger. Like, people be so embarrassed to talk about it, but me, I'm like, no, bro. Like, this is life. This is life. And what I noticed is this. It will either bring out the worst in you or the best in you. And I want each and every one of you guys, if you go through that situation, to let it bring out the best in you. And what I mean by that is don't allow these companies to control your life and for that to be your sole source of income. So what I'm doing right here, if I have like a problem that I feel like, oh, I want to cover up with my hair or whatnot, I'll just leave it as it is. Like, I feel like the hair is fine. It's going to do what it wants to do. And, if there's a patch showing, I'm just like, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever. Awesome. Oh wow. Like totally free me. Y'all got me right on. Torah still our number one. Shout out to my millennials and bring it on. Okay, that's a good enough part for me. But yeah, start a business. Start a business. Like this is the only way to get paid your worth and your value. Is it a lot of work? Absolutely. But is it worth it? Absolutely. You know, it's definitely worth it. So start a business. That's all I have to say. Like it's been such a lifesaver many times having my business income to support me when I needed it, even though, you know, technically you shouldn't be doing that, but it's mine, or it's my husband's and and we do what we want, you know? like it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. So life goes on and, you know, it's your money. You worked hard for it. You bought it. You created it, and you do what you want. But a lot of you guys have passions you told me about, like starting nonprofits, starting podcasts and things like that. I'm like, what are y'all waiting on? Like, don't tell me about it. Just be about it. Like, there's no need to tell me about it. Just do it, bro. Just do it. Let me just get this together really quick. Just do it. Like, I just want to see people do it. And that's the kind of person I am, is when I have a dream or a goal, I just do it. I'll ask questions later. I'll figure it out as I go. But I'm the type of person, I don't want to live with regrets, and I don't. So I do it. I put my whole heart, effort into whatever I want to accomplish and hope for the best. And, you know, it may not turn out to be the thing I want it to be, but it will turn into something, you know. When I look at my life, sometimes life would say, oh, you're a failure because you haven't accomplished X, Y, and Z. But when I look at all the businesses I've started, I started probably about 3 businesses throughout my life, and only one failed. I would say one failed back in the day. That was a little blog I had back in the day. That failed, which is fine, you know. But the Alpha platform was a ministry, and then it became what it is today. It's still a ministry, but just a different type of ministry, you know. So, okay, I'm going to move on to my next section. Okay, let's get this here out the way. Okay, get a little bit more shea butter. Just trying to keep the products as natural as possible. One of the things I love about shea butter is it can be used all over your body. I just use it for my hair, my facial hair, my eyebrows, my mustache, and things like that, my beard, to soften things up. But it's all natural, so it does not cause breakouts. I used to use a lot of hair grease, and I'm like, man, like it's all over my pillowcase. It's hard to get out. It's causing breakouts. I just got to get rid of this. So thank gosh for shea butter. You know, people that, okay, I know I'm moving kind of fast, you guys. I apologize, but I got to get through this. I wonder if I need a trim. You know, like when I look at my edges here, I don't think I really need a trim. I'm just going for maintenance, you know, so the edge is looking pretty good. Everything's looking pretty good. I'm just kind of wondering if I even need a trim. Sometimes like they just be taking off too much hair. Okay, and again, I have to look at myself in the camera because this is the only way I can figure out what I'm doing, where I'm at. But yeah, just like people, you know, if you're a man with natural hair, people are gonna have opinions about your hair, you know, just like they do about women. Like people have opinions about your hair, and it's up to you to be like, no, my hair's done. Like, no, this is the style. This is how I'm going out. Like, no, like I'm not paying, you know, $100 to get a hairstylist to do my hair. This probably just gonna make me upset by doing some stuff I don't want done. I'm gonna do it myself, and that's, you know, what I believe in doing, is doing it yourself, you know. So there's that part. Good enough for me. Take it and you just twist it. So if you are a type 4 dude out there, what I want to say is that you're going to have to use stretched styles, like 2-strand twists, braids, and whatnot to really, if you want length retention, I would say for length retention, you really have to do stretch styles, 2-strand twists. I don't do a lot of wash and goes. I don't do a lot of twist outs. And the reason why is because it causes too much knots, single strand knots, and it causes too many tangles, too much breakage from tangles. So throughout the week, I'll go in and I'll just unravel the twist, and I'll put a little bit more shea butter on the edges, and then I'll just twist it back up again. You know, I'll do that probably on, let's say Sunday, I'll do that on Tuesday. And I'll do my live stream with you guys, and that'll be it. But yeah, your hair is done, bro. Like, if you like your hair, that's all that matters. Like, as long as you like it and you feel like it's okay, everything else is like secondary. Everything else can be ignored, you know? So that's just how I feel about it. And I'm not gonna let nobody tell me how to style my own hair or who to be. You know, no longer trying to fit into this world or trying to be a specific sort of way or try to be that way that society wants us to be is so liberating. And that's what I'm aiming for as a gay black man in his 30s, his mid 30s. It's just like creating my own reality. You know, not trying to fit into this world anymore, not trying to be a certain way, not trying to be masculine, not trying to do things to negate shame away from myself. Like, that's just where I'm at. And I'm thankful that I have a husband that supports me, who does not care how masculine I appear, who does not care how I wear my hair. He really doesn't care, and I'm just so thankful, you know. I used to feel bad about, you know, the kind of love that I did receive from him, but now I realize like I deserved it. Like I deserve it. After decades of hell from parents and people at school and society, you're too feminine, you're too thin, you're too hairy. You guys have heard me talk about this many times, but it's like after being told you're too this and you're too that, just to have somebody on your team or on your side that just loves you and appreciates you for who you are is such a blessing. Such a blessing. For me, that is love. That is love. That is love. So right now, I'm actually trying to navigate the potential passing of my grandmother who has terminal cancer. She's really in a place where at first I felt like she accepted the fact that, this is terminal. And I think she spoke to one of her friends, and her friends convinced her that, hey, you should try this holistic method. You should try X, Y, and Z instead of, just giving up and whatnot. And I think my grandma, it really hit home with my grandma, and now she wants to try all these things, but I don't know about these sort of interventions, like all I know is about science and medicine, and, those are proven to work because of studies and whatnot. Of course, you can always do a healthy diet and whatnot. Nothing is, a healthy diet never hurt anyone, but to see her go from accepting what was happening to now no longer accepting it, it's different. It's different. I would say it's just very different. It's very different. And anyone's free to, change their mind at any point and come off of hospice. Y'all see these ends? I think the ends look okay. They're not see-through. They're not like, it's like 4C ends. But I think it's okay to change your mind, and hospice is something that the patient can choose to do or either, not do. And I think I really support her in really wanting to do other interventions, but then it's like, how much is it gonna cost? Is it gonna put extra strain on the family to have to like drive her to these appointments that may be hours away? I don't know. I've just been supporting the best way I can, which is like I don't live in Illinois anymore, which is where I grew up, but I do help with paying her some of her bills, which I offer to do because I really want to help her at this stage in her life, So, man, the shrinkage be real, but look, like your boy got some inches. Yeah, the shrinkage be real, but your boy got some inches. On a second note, I am trying to break away from the whole edible thing, like I think edibles are great for helping to relax and whatnot, but I know that I have to like start looking at alternatives in terms of vacations. Like edibles can be a really cheap vacation, but I know I have to start looking at alternatives because I don't know how it impacts your mental capacity, but it's something that I only do on the weekends for the most part, only on the weekends, and it really helps me with sleep. It helps me with anxiety and just like, relaxation overall. But I don't know the long-term effects on cognition, and if I want to go to medical school, I just don't want to be using it at all. So it's like it's best to try to like get away from it if you can, whenever you can, because I didn't even start enjoying it or even tried it until I was in my 30s. Like I think I was like maybe 33 when I was like, okay, I can get into this. Like I made my own teas, decarbed it at home, made my own teas because my husband knows how to do it, and that was it. Just sprinkle a little bit, and I would have a cheap vacation. But it's getting to the point where I'm just like, you know what, maybe it's best to dial it back or like give yourself a break every now and then, And I've done that before in the past. Really, like I would take a few months off of it and then try again, just to like reset, detox, cleanse, and whatnot. But I really don't judge people who use those products because it's from the earth and technically it should be legal. I just like at this point in time, like, oh, you're arresting people for that? Like, no, like it should be legal. It should be legal at this point. The biggest mistake I see people making is they don't practice a protein moisture balance in terms of their wash days. Like, for example, the shampoo I use has some protein in it. The smoothing shampoos typically have a little bit of protein. And for me, a high porosity dude, like, the protein really helps. It seals down the cuticle. It makes the cuticle feel smooth so it doesn't snag or break as much. And then I balance that protein with, the deep conditioner mask, which will ensure your hair does not get crunchy or like you have protein overload. Because that's very much real. I had that one time and I had to stop. So for you guys who don't know, protein overload is what happens when you use too many protein products, too many products that contain protein. And you can know by reading the label of your products. Typically it will say like hydrolyzed vegetable protein, hydrolyzed rice protein, and things like that. That's how you know it has protein in it. So just be careful with it. Just be careful. I am finishing up my last twist right now. And I forgot to tell you guys, if you're using African shea butter, I'm almost out of it by the way, just be careful. If it smells like cooking oil, that means it's rancid. Remember, it's a natural product, so it can go bad. So if your shea butter smells like cooking oil, just throw it out and get a new bottle, because more than likely it was exposed to too much air and moisture, and that's why it smells that way. So you don't want to put that in your hair, or else you're going to smell like fried chicken grease. And we don't want that either, So another thing you can do, if you don't like the smell of shea butter, I like it. It's like buttery, chocolatey type smell. If you don't like that, you can also add some essential oils into your mix. You can do lavender, you can do peppermint, you can do geranium. Geranium is like a masculine rose. So many people think geranium is just for women because it's floral, but actually geranium is a masculine scent. I have some oil in the bottom. You can mix it with vanilla, and that really will take the place of a perfume or a fragrance. So just be careful with it. If you're wearing cologne on top of it, just be careful what you add to your shea butter mix to make it more manageable and smell better. So yeah, create your own businesses, you guys. I'm finishing up create your own businesses. We're in an industry right now where it's like, if you don't have a business, you will never get paid your worth. You'll never get paid your worth. And I realized that just working and making I doubled my salary last year, and then have that to be halved in January for my peace of mind and my anxiety. So I'm back to making like my normal salary, which is fine. In a normal world, that would be more than enough to live on for two people. But in this economy, it's like everything is so expensive. So the focus is really on paying down debt. And that's what I would tell you guys. Like, if we're entering a recession, which I feel like we are, you need to make sure you pay down your credit cards, because the worst thing you can have during a recession is debt and no job. A credit card debt and no job. So make sure you pay down your credit cards. Make sure you have an emergency fund. Put some cash away for yourself. My husband and I, we have a savings account, high interest savings account that we use, that we invest in. We also have our stock portfolio that we also invest in as well. On top of that, we keep cash as an emergency fund in the house, and a safe box in the house. So anything is better than nothing. So you may feel like, oh my gosh, I have to start off with with depositing big amounts of cash into these accounts, but you really don't. Like, it's a snowball effect. So maybe $50, $20. Maybe you decide not to eat out one day instead of going out. Like yesterday, you could have easily ordered all this food and went out. But it's like, no, why? Like, we just ate dinner, and like, why am I going to go out to this restaurant, hang out with these people I don't know, and spend all this money on top of that? And I'm just at a place where alcohol is like becoming not the thing. Like, alcohol is just not it anymore. I don't know why. I'm just not really feeling it. I'm just not really feeling it anymore. I'm just not. Like, I really want to have a healthy lifestyle, and I feel like it ages you, So it's like, I'm trying to take care of myself. I'm trying to keep myself up, not only for myself, but for my dude. And I just I noticed that people who look good, they're treated better, They're treated better in society, which is wrong, but that's just the reality of the situation. So as I was looking, let me finish this last twist. and I'll give you guys the full review. Again, nothing special. Like, I don't come in here like, oh my gosh, I have the best natural hair, I have the best styles. Like, let me show you how to curl your hair, get your hair to curl from an afro. Nothing like that. It's more like getting you guys to accept what you naturally have. Because if you can accept that and embrace that, then your hair will be healthy. But it's like our hair gets so damaged when we're constantly trying to manipulate it into styles it does not want to go into styles it does not want to be. Like, you want to have that type 3, type 2 look, slick down and whatnot, wet dog look, and it's like, that's not the tea. Like, that's not the tea. And I would say this, when old girl, when that white girl was like, oh, your hair's not done, I was like, girl, like, imagine if I came up to you and said, your hair looked too flat, it looked limp, you need some help, like, you need some milk. She would have been like, what? Like, that's so rude of you. But I guess she felt a way, and she was tipsy, so she felt like she can come at me like that. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let you live and ignore you. But at the same time, it's like, it's not appropriate to comment on people's hair, especially when it's not your hair type. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Shea butter to ourselves. Y'all see this, inches? Y'all see this? And these ends are looking good, baby. I am so proud of myself. Y'all don't know where I came from. Ends are looking good. Yes. And that's where you get when you do low manipulation styles. You're not worried about damaging your hair just to try to get a style in, you know? So, like, I'm so proud of myself. And I cannot wait until I do my first silk press. Do y'all think I should do a silk press for Cowboy Carter? I'm just nervous about it, because if it's not at the length I want, I feel like I wasted my time, my money, and, you know, potential heat damage. So when you're wrapping up your twist, it is very like, you have this temptation to want to go ahead and twist so much, twirl it so much, but you don't really need to do all that. Like, I probably give it like maybe four twirls, because remember, I have to go in and I have to like redo my ends, and that's the most important thing about with type 4 hair. Is like, you really need to make sure your ends are together. Like, your ends need to stay moisturized, sealed, and I just found that shea butter is the best thing. You know, you can get your hair wet and it will still have the shea butter on it. Like, it will still be providing some sort of like lubrication slip for you. So I'm just rubbing the extra shea butter from my hands into my hair. Let's get the front and the back. You're gonna notice there's some flyaways on the top. You guys can see that, and I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine with that. No gel. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm just okay with the imperfection. Again, this is me. This is me, bro. Like, this is me, and I'm okay with that. Got the do-rag. One thing I noticed that really helped me out a lot in terms of do-rags is you need to wash it after every night of use. Wash it. The reason why is because if you don't, it makes your hair smell bad. Like, you're just putting shea butter, you're sleeping with extra shea butter, you know, on the do-rag and in your hair, and it's like, it just smells dirty. After a few days, it just smells dirty, and I'm just like, Like, I figured out the trick, and it's just simply to wash it after every night of use. So I have like 3 do-rags that I rotate, and I make sure they're all clean every night. Every night I need to have 1 clean do-rag to wear. All right, you guys, so I got my do-rag going. This is my twist and chat. I'll come back with more twist and chat episodes in the future. Wolf is back. Wolf pack. Take care. Peace.
I don't wanna see a nigga bluff, nigga kill, nigga up. Nigga, what's up? Nigga, what's good? You and they can't, I still trap in the hood. Cell phone